All right, hello and welcome, folks. It is Iain here from Radio Reflex Podcast, and this is my Arcane Rising unboxing. This is going to be the box that I use for the box sealed for Season 2 challenge against Alan in the Iain versus Alan. If you've been following the podcast, you'll know that we run a season of challenges in the game to find out who's best, with the winner at the end of the season being pronounced the champion. And as the champion of Season 1, I want to, obviously hold on to my championship belt and put in a good effort in Season 2. So with the lockdown here in New Zealand, we're doing a little bit different for Season 2. Obviously, there's not going to be as many in-person tournaments in the next little while. So we've come up with a few other challenges that we can do to keep it going. And we will be streaming our games on our Twitch channel, which is Radio Reflex IVA on Twitch. And we'll be keeping you up to date with the results. You can also check out the YouTube channel, as well as the podcast will be coming out fortnightly, like it does. We may even push the podcast out to weekly while we're on shutdown, just to give people something to look forward to. So anyway, without further ado, let's just go over the rules of the sealed box part of our challenge. What we will be doing is we'll be making two decks. We'll be making one full deck that you can use whatever from the box, and then we'll also be making a pauper deck, which is common and rare only deck. So no super rares, no mythics, if you or legendaries if you're lucky enough to pull them. So basically, we should be able to make two decks out of a box. I mean, obviously, they're not going to be the most. Think of this as big sealed. Basically, they're probably not going to stand up to constructed level play out of the box. But this is more uber sealed is probably the best way to describe it. Anyway, I am gonna jump in, start opening some packs, and we'll go from there. So I pre-opened the packs just to. I find that opening packs, you make a lot of noise on stream. So alrighty. So we're just gonna go really quick. Probably not worry too much about the commons. We've got 4 commons there. So we're just going to look at the rares and better to see how we've got and what we've got to use. So starting off, we have Pedal to the Metal, nice mechanologist card. Ooh, starting off with a super rare. That is very cool. So super rare is Chains of Enmity. This is going to be a very useful card. It's a generic. It gives you a little bit of control, which is great. So probably definitely, no matter what I'm playing, we'll definitely go into that. And then we have a foil, reduce the rune chant, which is, look at that foil, so nice. So that's not a bad pack to start off with. That's a foil rare and a super rare. So yeah, not bad. Equipment, the lenses, which is great. I'll just take the token off as well. Now, just a quick, I'll just do a quick little thing here. I've seen a lot of unboxings, and so if you are playing sealed or you're doing unboxings and you want to make your sorting out a little bit easier at the end of it, you'll see after the equipment you've got the class cards, and what you'll notice is that they're done two class and two class alternating cards. So the easiest way, so you'll see here we've got Mechanologist, then Ranger, then Mechanologist again, then Ranger, and then Wizard. So the easiest way I find is you just pull out that second card, place it on top. So you got your Ranger and your Mechanologist cards sorted, pull out that second card, put it on top, you've got your Rune Blade and your Wizard. Nice and easy, and it means when you go back to sorting them out later, it's easier just to put them in classes. Really, really good way if you're playing sealed to quickly sort out your classes as well. Alright, then moving on to pack 2. So out of that pack, I haven't necessarily got anything leading me towards anything just yet. But definitely some good base generics. So now here we are. We've got Pour the Mold. So Mechanologist. Oh wow, another super rare. Wow, that is a good first two packs. So super rare for Wizards, and a foil Sunkiss. That Sunkiss is looking awesome. Hard to tell with the lighting though. There we are. There you go. You see the shine on that. Excellent. Equipment, and then just the quick sort out. Bam, sorted. All right. So yeah, I mean, good so far. Good packs. Can't complain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Life for a Life, again, another great solid generic here. Solid generic. I think. Sorry about that. I think it's definitely gonna be useful in a lot of the decks, unless of course you're playing Wizard. But even in Wizard, it works okay when you're playing Sealed, because it does give you the go again, and it gives you the extra life. Yeah, so solid for Wizard. Then we've got Oath of the Arknight. It's not bad, and then a foil Figure Rush, which is cool. Again, no legendary. Quickly sort. And the token goes there. Alrighty. So yeah, as I said, me and Alan, we've got a bit of a challenge on. It should be fun. Quickly go through the commons. Now this is a great common. Didn't want to go too much into commons, but Ravenous Rabble, very good. Very good to use in a lot of decks, especially decks that need to know what's on top of their deck. The reveal is like a pseudo opt, which is really nice. So we've got Enchanting Melody, which is a good defensive card. Another Oath of the Arknight, maybe Runeblade. Maybe we're looking towards Runeblade one way or another. And we have a foil Zap again. Just loving the Wizard foils. They look so good. They were made to be foiled, obviously with the lightning and the fire and everything. Yeah, so it's good so far. Of course, we know in the lockdown people don't have access to playing, but if you do have access to packs, you could think about doing what we're doing with box sealed, or it's just about making the most of the packs you've got in the different ways. Oh god, another red Ravenous Rabble, that is great. Aether Spindle, reduce the rune chant, great. Ooh, and foil Lead the Charge again. Lead the Charge. I've been seeing some people who there's been some discussion on whether or not it's a good card. I think it is very good, but I understand it's probably better in classic constructed, but definitely maybe a mechanologist and a little bit in ranger, but not it's not the optimal. But again, when you're playing sealed, obviously you're not playing the optimal constructed. It definitely gives you some options with that, getting that extra action point, which can be very important. All right, there we go. We got the 4 commons. Ooh, here we are. So we got a Take Cover, very nice for ranger. Defense reaction. Oh, another super. All right, it's the Become the Arknight. Very cool. I definitely think we might be one of the decks. Maybe Runeblade in this build, and then we have Headshot and foil, which is very cool. Do a quick sorting out, make things easier in the long run. Of course, with this extra time, you've got a lot of time to sort cards. So, but yeah, we will be playing. As I said, we'll be playing Twitch, and obviously, got the camera set up. We will be playing with the actual cards that we have. I know there are a few options to play otherwise, but we're choosing to flip cardboard because that's what the game is essentially about. So look at our 4 commons again. Fate Foresight again, great. It's the sink below the set and a really good generic defense reaction that you're going to see a lot of play. Arena's Prayer, again, really good if you're coming up against arcane damage, either wizards or rune blades. So this is probably going to be relegated to a sideboard card. You probably don't want to play it in every deck, but definitely having that option to block the damage is very good. Talking of arcane block, we've got Aether Sync for Mechanologist, not bad. Of course, they are all about their items. And then we've got Scalding Rain, which is very cool. Again, that fire just looks so good in foil. So I'm interested to know what people, which classes people are leading towards. First up, I've got to admit, I definitely am heading towards Ranger in Constructed. I played a lot of Ranger in the pre-releases that we managed to get along to, and I'm really enjoying the mechanic. The bow and the arrows are very cool. Again, go through our 4 commons very quickly. There we are. We've got Red Enchanting Melody, or Jigglypuff. Another Oath of the Arknight. Again, boxes somewhat saying Runeblade to us, and a foil back alley Breakline. Now, I quite like this card, and I did put it in my range deck over Sealed, and I never hit it with Azalea's ability. Would have been really nice to see how it actually worked with Azalea's ability, but yeah, I mean, it's not a bad. It's a 5 attack for 1, which is pretty solid, especially if you get to go again off like a Sikkim Arrow or something, and you don't have another way to load your barrel. So it's a solid. It definitely is a solid option in Sealed for Ranger. If you need to make up your count. I mean, obviously, if you've got better cards, and that's especially doing it like this, we are going to be making 60 card decks, so there are going to be some what will probably likely be called suboptimal cards in these decks, but you've got to make up what you can. Oh, speaking of great cards though. Which we weren't. We're talking about suboptimal cards. So, but this is a great card. Plunder Run, one of the first cards that was spoiled, and the next time you hit with an action card. Sorry, next time you hit an action card you control hits, you then get to draw a card, and if it was played from your arsenal, +1 off the blue. Just drawing a card, always good. Getting that extra draw. As a brute player, that is Plunder Run is definitely something that's going to be going into my brute deck. And then we've got Take Aim, which again, really nice range card. Oh, and another foil Zap. Maybe I'm going to have to. Maybe I have to make a foil wizard deck. Yeah, I just think they look so nice in foil. I don't know if I quite have the mental capacity to play wizard. I think you have to be able to make a lot of mathematical decisions when playing wizard correctly. So I think it's probably going to be the hardest of the heroes to play. But I think if once you get your head around it, it will be a lot of fun. Here we go again. 4 commons, then 4 commons. Sorry. And then another Enchanting Melody. So our solid defense solid defense options coming in this time in blue. I believe that gives us a blue, yellow, and a red now. Another take aim, which is a solid card. Oh, and look at that, a foil enchanted ability. So definitely be looking at playing those in the decks. So good to know that you've got some generic defensive cards, which is always handy, as was shown at the last calling. Having defense reactions and defense cards can really switch a game around for you, especially in games where dominate is quite prevalent. Like obviously, Azalea has options to dominate, as does Dash. So having those auras in play is going to help you get around dominate a bit. Alright, so here we go, back with our 4 commons. Oh, very good. Oh, another plunder run, excellent. Blue this time. Another take aim. Oh, it's looking good. And a foil super rare. That is very nice. That is a foil induction chamber. It looks so good in the light when it catches it. Very cool. I'm not sure we've got enough mechanologists at the moment, but we've still got packs to go. Haven't really had a feel of which class we're going to play just yet, but definitely pretty happy with the packs so far. I'll put that over there, over here. As I've said, Alan streamed his box opening on Saturday, but I believe he, in his lockdown and crazed opening of packs mode when he got home, he mixed up his bundles of cards, so he is going to be doing another box opening to make another box for this challenge. So look out for that. I'm not sure if he's going to stream that or if he's going to put it up on the YouTube channel. We'll see. Anyway, there we are. We've got Stir the Aetherwind, which is good. Pour the Mold for Mechanologist in yellow, which is solid. And a blue Lead the Charge, which is very, very nice. So, as I said, we're going to be making 2 decks out of these. I definitely feel like one of them's going to be Runeblade from what we're pulling so far, but we'll see. Still packs to come in it, and that is the thing. Making 2 decks means that you do have to look at all your options. All right, Ravenous Rabble, very nice. So reduce the rune chant. Our first mythic. It is a Sonic Boom. Of course, we all know that there is a high content of pop culture hidden subtly and unsubtly in this game. So Sonic Boom, obviously, a throwback to those 90s arcade games. But that is very cool for our first mythic. Foil riffing, nice. So also, of course, with the challenge, we're not just doing sealed. We're gonna be looking at. We both played Brute a lot in season 1, so we are going to be looking at updating our Brute decks, me and Alan, and having a Brute v Brute matchup, best of 3 series. So that should be fun. Ooh, lovely Fated Foresight blue. Another Arena's Prayer. Again, if he is playing some arcane damage, I will be set for him. Absorb the Aether, very nice. Oh, and then a lovely foil Bloodsport Invocation, which again, both the Wizard and Rune, I mean, actually all the foils look great. All characters' foils look great, but I think the Runeblade and the Wizards do look especially good with their magic and their runes and their lightning and fire. It makes for a very, very snazzy looking foils, which I think will be very cool when you actually when we're back to being able to play in front of each other. And I think foil decks are definitely something that is a bit easier to do in Flesh and Blood, obviously, because there is a foil in each pack, and of course, only being 2 sets in, you've still got a chance to sort of catch up and pick those up. All right, sorry, let me just do a little bit of quick. Yeah, that lovely slippery new card feel. There we go. Absorb the Aether again. Another red pedal to the metal. Ooh, and this is our cold foil. Oh wow, and that's weird having the same cold foil as the equipment. A little bit harder to tell online, but that is definitely a cold foil Achilles accelerator, which is very cool. The only thing I will say is that I have not had great luck with pulling cold foils. In fact, I opened a case and 2 of my boxes didn't have cold foils. And when I have pulled cold foils, they've all been Achilles accelerators. So if anyone wants to trade, I have some spare Achilles accelerators for trade for other cold foils. Again, I'm very much just cold foil for a cold foil. That's absolutely fine. We can talk if you have trades. Next up, Life for a Life, again, lovely red. That will probably see some play. Then we've got Conditioned Nodes. Great. We haven't seen a lot of Mechanologists, so we may not have it. But this is one of my favorite foils. Again, hard to really show it off, but 0 to 60 is just a great looking foil, and also 0 to 60 just reminds me of the Flash and the Speed Force, which if anyone who knows me knows that I've got 2 things that I'm other than card games that I'm pretty big on, and that's comics and pro wrestling, which if you've listened to the podcast, you know at least about the pro wrestling, but definitely I love the sort of steampunk Flash vibe that the Mechanologist has, which is very cool. I guess also probably why I like Azalea as well, because it's got that sort of Green Arrow, Robin Hood. I've always been a fan of characters with bow and arrows or crossbows. Any of the bowed weapons I've been pretty a big fan of. So we've got our 4 commons there. Oh, again, really, I think that's a full playset of Red Ravenous Rabble, which is great. Oath of the Arknight, again, Runeblade is putting a strong calling in for one of the 2 decks at least. Pedal to the Metal, very nice. And another foil Scalding Rain, this time in yellow. Very cool. Very cool. So yeah, I won't go too much into what I'm going to build in this. What I'll probably do is I'll probably go away, build the decks, and then do a video with what I come up with. But yeah, it should be fun. It should be fun. If you've got any ideas from what I've been pulling, and so obviously I haven't been showing you the class cards, so it may be a little bit harder. But yeah, if you've got any thoughts, put them in the comments below. Alrighty. Okay, so Spellblade Assault, which I think is the first one in this pack. Oh, another super rare, very cool. Endless Arrows. Oh, this is a very cool card. So it says if Endless Arrows hits, put it back into your hand. So a really good way to push through a bunch of damage in a turn. Oh, and a foil Fate Foreseen, which I think those will be highly sought after. Obviously, as we said, they're like the sink below of the set, but instead of putting a card on the bottom of your deck, you get to opt, which is, especially for Ranger, I found over the weekend, is very important, because it means on your turn when you're defending, you can set up whether or not you can Azalea, not blind, but you can set up whether or not the card is an arrow, and you can Azalea and get the most out of it, which is always a bonus. Because if you can do that on your defending turn, it means you don't have to waste a card or an action doing it on your turn. So which is good. Alrighty. So Ravenous Rebel yellow. Oh, another Arena's Prayer. Again, we're gonna. If Alan does come at us with arcane damage, we are going to have a solid sideboard to look after it. Aether Spiral, Rifting in foil, very nice. Yeah, so as I said, as you guys know, I am a big Brute player. I am looking forward to putting a bunch of these cards into my deck. Hopefully, maybe we'll see a Command and Conquer. That is definitely a card that I would like to see and love to put into my Brute deck. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Let me know in the comments what your favorite cards from the new set are, and what you're looking forward most to playing with. Again, another solid generic Life for Life in yellow, Spellblade Assault in red. Oh, and another awesome foily 0 to 60, which is very cool. And as we said, we've just started this Facebook channel. We have the Twitch channel as well. So make sure you like and subscribe those, and just hit the notification bell so you know when we're going on. We are going to be going on a bit more, obviously, since we're in lockdown here in New Zealand for the next 4 weeks. So we're looking to keep making content for you one way or another. Again, nice. The 4. Again, this is a really good Come to Fight. You'll probably see, and also Whisper of the Oracle, are two very good key cards that you'll probably see in most of the sealed pools if you're using something like a Ranger. Then we've got Absorb the Aether. Ooh, another Mythic. Very cool. And of course, as I said, a bit of a fan of Rangers, so yeah. Red in the Ledger. That is very nice. That is definitely going to be used. Whether or not I've got enough gas to make a full-on Ranger deck in this is yet to be seen, but that is a very nice card, and goes towards my build of making Ranger when I that is definitely the first full character that I want to make with Arcane Rising. I think Azalea is very cool. Alrighty, Rifting, Sunkissed. Oh, again, another solid red Fateful Scene and red Come to Fight. Life for a Life again. We're getting a lot of good generic rares, which is going to be very helpful in our Pauper deck as well. We've got Absorb the Aether, and we've got a blue Zipper Hit in foil. Again, I really like the fact. Let's see if I can. It's probably better in this one. I really like the fact with the boost that they've taken out the reminder text in the foils. It just makes the cards look so clean and crisp. I'm really hoping to get a full foil set for Dash. I think she looks very cool. Now, I have been asked some questions online if there are starters for Arcane Rising. We're not doing starters for Arcane Rising. It is a booster only set, but we will be putting up some starter deck lists, you might say, some sort of a jump off point for you on fabtcg.com over the next few days. Well, probably over the next few weeks. With the lockdown, we might extend it out so people have something to look forward to. But we will give you an idea of how to build a basic build for each of them to give you a jump off point. Don't ask me though, because as I've always said, both me and Alan, we were not part of the development team. We are very much the OP and community side. So we love the game, but we didn't develop the game. So asking us for deck tech, we're probably not the people to ask. Take cover again, solid defense, especially in red. Stir the Eighth Away, and a legendary. This is my first pulled legendary. This is awesome, and first pulled legendary, and of course it is the generic, which is great. That is the Arcane Skullcap, which is very cool. Very cool. Let's see if I can get you a better. Yeah, that is very cool. Of course, if you have less life than your opponent, Arcane Skullcap gains +1 defense and Arcane Barrier 3. Battle Worn +1. So it can get to Battle Worn +2 if you've got lower life. It's very cool. And being a generic, great. It's going to go in pretty much any deck that I build for this, at least. That is very cool. So that is my first legendary pull from a box. Of course, if you have been following me or on Radio Reflex, I was lucky enough to pull the Eye, which is a Fabled card, but yeah, my first case had no legendary. So this I'm about, yeah, this is my second case, although the 4 boxes that I've opened have come from various different sources, so it's not a full case, but this would be my 8th box that I'm opening, so that's my first legendary in 8 boxes, but that is a great one to get, so pretty excited about that. Cool. Alright. And here we are. We have Pedal to the Metal. Ooh. Alright, let me just... Alright, so we froze up there for a minute. Hopefully that'll all come out. Who knows? So Pedal to the Metal red. We have Take Aim, which is very nice. And then a foil Steelblade Assault, which is very cool. Alright, and that was alright, and that was the box. So second to last, we kept the legendary second to last, which was cool. It's like a little bit of excitement to keep it in. Yeah, that was actually a pretty good box. Let me just quickly move some of this out of the way, and we'll relook at the super rares and better. And so of course, topped off with that lovely legendary that we pulled in that second to last box. Very nice. Red in the Ledger, and so that's one of our mythics. So and then our other mythic, was Sonic Boom. Very nice. Actually, and that's very cool. We actually got a cold foil and a legendary in the same box, which is pretty good. That makes up for at least one of the boxes that didn't have a cold foil. So very, very cool. Very cool. Then Endless Arrows, super rare. That is not a super rare. That is just a foil, isn't it? Yeah, that is just a foil common. Been put in the wrong box. Then the Induction Chamber, very cool, and it's foiled super rare. Becoming the Arc Knight. Forked Lightning, again, very, very cool wizard card. Chains of Divinity, which very solid, being a generic super rare to use. Endless Arrows, as we said. That is a pretty good box, I've got to say. So we got a legendary, 2 mythics, a cold foil, a foil super, and then 4 other supers. So really solid box. You cannot complain about that. I think I'm in a good spot to take Alan on. So I will go away and I'll check through everything and make a couple of decks. And yeah, so thanks for watching. And be sure, as I said, check out the podcast, Radio Reflex Podcast at Podbean. We've also got the Radio Reflex Facebook page where we'll be posting when we're going to go online. Radio Reflex Twitch channel as well. So we'll put all that information up on the Facebook page. So just, yeah, while you're stuck at home and you want to know some more Flesh and Blood and see what a couple of guys who enjoy playing the game and who aren't very good but enjoy playing the game, join us whenever we do stuff. All right, guys, catch you next time.